Leading economists are predicting much of the world will be in recession this year. My next guest says a sharp slowdown is coming and could extend into 2024. Joining me now from Washington, D.C., World Bank Group President David Malpass. David, thanks for coming on the show.
Morning, Jack.
So let's start by just quickly explaining to viewers what the World Bank does. Probably not everyone knows. You give grants and loans to developing nations to help them maintain sustainable growth, and you are funded by member states. From your perch, you have a pretty good view of the global economy. What do you see for 2023?
The concern is there's still a sharp deterioration, and it may be long lasting. So as you think about the impact on developing countries, they're short of a lot of things. They're short of money. They're short of fertilizer. They're short in some cases, and very distressingly, they're short of food. And so this is a hard year that we're looking at in 2023. And my big worry is that it may extend into 2024.
I want to ask you more about the fertilizer and food issue, but let's talk about the risk of recession a little bit more. The IMF recently said that in 2023 it expects 1/3 of the globe to be in recession. Does that align with your views? The energy markets seem to be telling us that a slowdown is coming.
That's right. It's a sharp slowdown, and it has to do with a host of factors. One is the interest rate increases. One is that investment just hasn't been keeping up, so there's not enough production to go around. As we look at it, we're looking for a world growth in 2023 of 1.7%. That's down sharply from what the World Bank thought 6 months ago, and it's consistent with the IMF's forecast.
And what do you think about inflation right now? Supply chains seem to be unsnarling, which is a positive. On the other hand, deglobalization, rising wages, those are actually contributors to inflation.
That's right. I think there's a mix of factors, and what a key problem is there's just not enough increase in production that will allow prices to stop going up. It's true that the demand, the consumption in the world is going down sharply. That is the impact of all of the factors. But what needs to be done to bring the inflation down is to get a big supply response, and so far it's hard to see that happening. China will maybe have a comeback in 2023 after they undo the lockdown. They're an important producer in the world, but other parts are not really expanding, and certainly the developing countries aren't expanding enough in their production to bring prices down.
Let's dig a little deeper into China, which you mentioned. The bounce back seems like a possibility. On the other hand, because of the lockdown, COVID has not really spread. Are you worried that we could have a lot of deaths and certainly a lot of Chinese people getting COVID? Will that hurt the economic rebound?
It is hurting now in that they're a key part of the supply chain. I was there in December and met with Li Keqiang, the premier, and we had a lot of discussions about the challenges facing China. One is high youth unemployment rate, and so China's looking for ways to bring more people into the labor force. That takes time, and so as we look into the rebound, they were in COVID lockdown for so long. It just takes time for their whole economy to adjust, and at that time, the biggest economies, the U.S. and Europe and even Japan, are not really expanding their production substantially either, and that leaves us with a grim outlook for poorer people in the world. They're depending on growth in the more advanced economies, and it's not stepping up enough.
Let's go back to your fertilizer point, because you've been calling attention to that and you don't hear a lot about it. In addition to fertilizer prices rapidly increasing, there is a growing shortage of phosphorus in the world, which is very important for fertilizer. Tell us about the potential impact of this.
Yeah, a lot of the raw materials for fertilizer are produced in Russia and in Belarus, and those are cut off because they've been participated in the invasion of Ukraine, and so that's cutting off an important source. And then another important source of fertilizer is natural gas. It's used to convert energy into nitrogen products that provide fertilizer and help plants grow. And so the reason all of this is important is fertilizer is needed for the crop yields around the world. And right now, poorer people are being cut off from fertilizer. So you have this shortage of food production, and it extends into 2023 and maybe into 2024. That's the big concern.
And what else is the World Bank doing to help with this problem?
A huge amount, both when COVID hit and now with the shortages caused by the Ukraine war. The bank has really stepped up to dramatically expand the commitments that we made. We're 35% above where the average level of commitments, and it's been done in a very short period of time. We will make commitments of $75 billion in just two of our parts of the World Bank, IBRD and IDA, this year. And that's a big level of commitment, but it's not enough. And so we're looking for ways to expand our own resources and also bring in more resources from the world community.
David Malpass, thanks so much for joining us.